Hello, and welcome to episode 4 of Spooky Gals, the podcast where we explore all sorts of real-life paranormal and creepy occurrences, from ghost sightings and hauntings to reported alien and cryptid encounters, myths, folklore and legends. Every week, we'll cover a different true spooky story. We're your hosts. I'm Katrina.
And I'm Jasmine. Good morning. Is it morning there?
Yes, it is morning here.
Yes.
Good morning.
It is currently 6 p.m. here in Hong Kong.
Lovely.
And I've just had a very nice nap.
Yay.
Yeah.
That's all we can ask for.
I love Corona times. It's very easy for me to get time off work these days.
Yes.
So.
Oh, that's good. Yes.
Yes. Right. So, what's on the agenda today then?
Okay, so first I want to give a big shout out to our first ever Patreon supporter, Lexi.
Thank you.
If you remember from last episode, she is,
Yes.
her Instagram handle is October all year _
Aww. Thank you. That's very sweet. Very sweet indeed. Thank you very much. Okay, yes. So the Patreon, you just set that up recently, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Mostly because I did think that I was being made redundant in work. So I thought,
And you're not,
I might
are
need some
you?
money. Well, okay, so we had a meeting on Monday and the meeting was like an hour and it was completely pointless. It was full of the most amount of buzzwords that I've ever heard in my life. Like proper upper management shit.
You mean like team player and all that kind of
Oh,
bullshit?
yeah. And then they were like, we've been working so close with you for so many months, and it's like, I've never met you. Like, I've literally never met you in my life.
That's exactly what we get. We're
Yeah.
like at my office too. It rhymes with. Actually, I probably shouldn't say where it works, just in case.
Yeah, just in case.
But yeah, we get a lot of all of that crap being thrown around too. So I know exactly how you feel about those meetings, which could have been achieved by an email.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah. So,
You know.
So I mean, they said that because of the virus, we've lost so much money and blah 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 blah. That they're looking to maybe do some like voluntary redundancies. So
Okay.
like you come forward and say, hey, I want to be made redundant, and then they give you some money and you piss off.
See, that sounds like a dream.
Yeah, I know, but like because
You like your job though, you enjoy it. You do.
I like my job, and actually the money that I would get would be less than a month's wages.
What?
Because
That's not exactly very attractive.
yeah, because it's your week's wage times by however many years you've been there. So
A
yeah,
week's wage.
yeah, a week.
Not even a month.
So it would be like a week times 3 for me.
Yikes.
Yeah. But I think they're counting on like some of the older guys who've worked there for like 30 years.
Well, let's hope so.
Taking
I mean,
it.
I think, yeah.
Otherwise,
I think redundancies are difficult.
Otherwise, if not enough people take it, then it won't be voluntary redundancies anymore. It will be
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm sorry, Kat. Well,
It's
well,
alright.
let's hope that, yeah.
Yeah.
I hope
there's-
things turn out for the better for you. And I mean, they'd be stupid to lose you because you're one of their most
Aw.
knowledgeable people there.
Thank you,
So-
baby. Yeah.
Mwah.
So
Yes.
as long as I still have enough money to to host the podcast on Buzzsprout, then I'm fine. Then golden.
Yes, yes.
Please support
I
us on
know.
Patreon. Patreon.com/spookygals. Please
You've
help
become
us.
properly monetized now.
No, I know. Oh, the amount of people that I've been harassing on Instagram. I am so sorry. It's awful. So we have actually hit over 1,000 followers on Instagram.
Woo!
Yay!
Thank you, guys.
And that
Big
is
clap.
mostly from me harassing people. So
Well,
thank you
again,
so much.
That's simply marketing, so that's fine.
Yeah, I know. Everyone I've spoken to has been so freaking nice. So Thank you so much.
Yes, and thank you to all of the Twitter followers too. We have a handful so far, which is very cool. I apologise for all of my terrible puns. I'm actually not sorry at all. I just thought I would throw that out there. If you like terrible puns, then please check out the podcast at Spooky Girls Pod on Twitter. All I really do is harass people for their views on horror films, which is what I do on my main account as well. So
yes, it is. So if you're speaking to us on Twitter, that would be Jasmine, and if you're speaking to us on Instagram, that would be me.
And if you're speaking to us in your dreams, that would be you.
If you try to contact us via Ouija board, we cannot guarantee that it's us.
Batteries sold separately. Okay.
Okay, so shall we?
Jinx.
Shall we get into today's?
Yes,
case?
I've just opened the notes.
Lovely.
Let's do this.
So.
Oh yes, I'm excited.
This week's case is the Hawthorne Hotel in Salem, Massachusetts. So my sources for this are hauntedrooms.com, historichotels.org, and ghostcitytours.com.
Nice.
You ready?
I'm very excited. This reminds me, I've been thinking about rereading The Crucible lately, so this is very much up my alley. Very, very nice.
I saw Goody Proctor with the door.
I played Abigail in a school production.
I think I remember that. Because we were doing it at GCSE school at the same time, weren't we?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's why we put it on in my school, which was great because everyone was reading it anyway, so everyone knew the lines. So.
Yeah.
But yes, that was fun. Okay.
So, the New England city of Salem, notorious for the Salem witch trials of 1692 to 1693, is no stranger to reports of hauntings and restless spirits. This includes the 95-year-old Hawthorne Hotel, which is allegedly a hotbed of paranormal activity. The history of the hotel dates back to 1923, when the people of Salem decided that they wanted a new prestigious modern hotel that would attract visitors, and more than 1,000 residents bought stocks in the hotel. Construction of the hotel was completed in 1925, and it opened for business on the 23rd of July 1925 to much fanfare, and thousands of people turned up for a parade and a 3-day celebration. The history of the property dates back to long before it became a hotel in 1925 though, as an organisation known as the Salem Marine Society had occupied the various buildings that had been on the site of the modern day hotel since 1766. At this time, Salem was one of the most significant seaports in early American history, and most of the buildings around the area were constructed by those with ties to the Marine Society. The society was created in order to act as a safe haven for seafaring sailors, and they also assisted people with disabilities and in their old age. After nearly 2 centuries of operating out of the same location, the Salem Marine Society agreed to give up their building in order for the Hawthorne to be built, as long as their new headquarters was allowed to be on the top floor of the hotel, and their offices were an exact replica of the cabin from a ship called the Taria Topan, which was famous during the height of Salem's acclaimed shipping history.
Okay, so acclaimed shipping. I didn't realise that Salem, Massachusetts was well known for its busy seaports. Mm-hmm. I know. Honestly, I've only ever heard of it being spoken of in relation to witches, but that might be potentially because I have no witches. I've got no interest in seaports and all the interest in witches, so maybe that just might be selective.
But no, Salem was like one of the biggest. I think it may have been like the second biggest seaport at a time. No.
Is it on the coast?
I mean, one would assume so. In these,
honestly, Catty, I have, when I think of America, all I can really see is Texas, California, and New York. Yeah. Because those are just like one on each side, right?
Sure, yeah.
And I'm trying, because like, what was it? I drew a map of America for 2 of my American friends, and they put it on Twitter because it was just so bad, and everyone was like, how do you not know where fucking Indiana is? And I was like, no one outside of America cares where Indiana is. Sorry for any Indiananas, but I don't know where you are. So I have no idea where Massachusetts is. I thought it was famous purely for being a Bee Gees song and for having witches. So
yeah,
there we go.
I feel
that's that on that.
I feel the same. I'm sorry, any Americans.
Okay,
I saw a really funny meme the other day that was like,
tell me about the
meme break. You drive in America for 2 hours and you're still in the same state, but you drive in the UK for 2 hours and the accents change twice and there's a new name for a bread roll.
It's true.
It's true. I know.
I have like a group chat with my friends and people can't decide whether it's a bap or like a bomb cake. What the fuck a bomb cake
bomb
is.
Cakes. Yeah, bomb cakes make me want to cry. It's ridiculous. It's just it's a bun.
It's a bun or a roll.
Yeah.
Depends upon the size.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is not spooky buns.
No, it's not. I wish it was.
Let's get. Okay, maybe we can do that for the Patreon. We can have spooky buns. We can talk about haunted buns.
Yeah.
Yes, let's do that.
I bet there's a thread on the corner of the internet somewhere about haunted breads.
There has to be.
Yeah.
You know.
We'll find
like
it.
when Jesus is seen in a piece of toast. That's technically a haunted bread.
Yes, it is.
Because he's a ghost.
He is a ghost. You are cool.
He is the ghost. He's the coolest Jewish ghost there is, I'll have you know.
Yeah.
Okay,
right. So the Hawthorne Hotel is regarded as one of America's most haunted hotels, with architecturaldigest.com's ranking it at number 6 in their top 20 haunted hotels in America. Fun fact, in 1990 the hotel hosted a seance in the Grand Ballroom in an attempt to contact the spirit of Harry Houdini.
Ooh!
I know.
Did he die there?
No.
Then why would he be there?
I don't know, but since I couldn't find find anything else on that, I assume he did not appear.
I'm very confused. Why would you try and contact the ghost of a guy that didn't die in a location? I'm pretty sure anyone with a basic knowledge of ghosts knows that the ghost cannot haunt a place that it hasn't died unless it's been tethered there by some kind of object, right? So unless Harry motherfucking Houdini hid like his underwear in the walls, I don't know why he'd appear in a random place in Massachusetts.
Well, it was because he was well known for going around and like debunking psychics and things. And so he was like, this is a load of bollocks. When I die, if I become a ghost, I'm going to try my best to contact all of you. And if I don't come, then you know that there are no such thing as ghosts.
Or he had no idea how ghosts work, and he didn't know that you can't fucking haunt a place you didn't die at. Like, I mean, otherwise everyone would be everywhere all the time. It's bullshit.
Okay.
I'm annoyed at Harry Houdini's lack of knowledge about the spirit world.
How dare he?
It's dumb.
Yeah.
I'm glad he drowned. Little piece of shit.
He didn't drown.
Didn't he die? Didn't he drown in like one of his acts?
No, he didn't drown.
I thought he died on stage during one of his acts.
No.
And like,
No, he was he was also famous for he could like tense his abdominal muscles so that no punches or hits could hurt him, and he was like backstage or something once, and there was a fan, and the fan was like, "Hey Harry," and then punched him in his gut, but he didn't have like any time to tense. So it then like damaged his internal organs and he died. How
imagine being such a colossal twat that you boast about that kind of shit. You're like, hey, punch me, I can't feel anything. And then someone does, and then you die. That's just perfect. I love that.
No, but
that really made my day.
Imagine being the fan.
That would be awesome. You know, like nature itself couldn't even kill him, but some dude with a fist could do it in like 2 seconds. Easy. Awesome. I think that's great.
No, but if you were like a fan of someone and you accidentally murdered them.
Well, I mean, Depending on how you look at it, it's the ultimate fan move, isn't it, Katrina? I mean, you know.
It was like the anniversary of John Lennon being killed, like, yesterday.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot you're from Liverpool and this matters. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that it's pretty ironic that the man was literally trying to drown himself for a living, and he never did it successfully. And then someone just gave him a little punch in the tummy.
He wasn't
and then he dies.
trying to drown himself. It was an escape trick.
I mean, when you chain yourself to a box and there's water in the box, I would say that's pretty clear what your intentions are in the box.
Are you going to write a tell-all about how Harry Houdini was actually just really suicidal?
Yes.
Okay.
And it was all just a massive marketing ploy to make his suicide extremely publicized. Who knows, Catty? Who knows?
Okay.
He dead, and we can't talk to him anyway because he doesn't know how ghosts hauntings work. So
okay,
doesn't matter.
So
carry on.
Thank you. One of the most well-known paranormal happenings that's been reported by guests of the hotel is the smell of apples, which is apparently related to the spirit of Bridget Bishop, one of the first women who was executed during the witch trials, and whose apple orchard had been located on the site of the hotel, or near to the hotel.
Wait a second. So, if there's an orchard near the hotel, then it's not a ghostly apparition because that's still there.
No, it was there. Not now.
Okay.
Yeah. Although this has been disputed because some people say that the orchard was absolutely nowhere near the hotel. But still.
I love conflicting stories on the internet.
Ghostly apples.
Spooky fruits.
There's a lot of haunted food stuff today.
Yeah, I would like that. It's making me hungry then. I want a nice haunted apple.
Okay, so
oh dear.
Sorry. Some paranormal activities in the hotel are attributed to the spirits of long-dead seafarers returning to their gathering place, especially on the top floor, which was the headquarters of the Salem Marine Society. Bet you're waiting for me to say seaman.
I was going to say, well done for not saying seaman this time.
Thank you.
And chose seafarers because, see, this is the thing. I won't laugh at dumb shit if there's nothing dumb to laugh at, right?
Yeah, you will.
Oh, maybe I will. Okay,
I'm sorry.
Carry on.
So on this floor, items that are usually locked away in a cabinet at night have been found strewn around the room the next morning, especially nautical items such as antique maps and charts. In the hotel's restaurant, there is also a large ship's steering wheel on display, which has been known to turn by itself.
I mean, or it could be the wind. Let's not forget about the wind.
Yeah, but it's in the middle of a restaurant.
You can have a heavy fan. Who knows?
Okay, well, we've now got to the super creepy parts of the hotel. So this is not just a super heavy fan.
Okay.
So there are spooky goings on throughout all of the hotel, but rooms 612 and 325 are reportedly the most haunted and active places in the hotel. In room 325, lights and faucets spontaneously turn themselves on and off. The toilet flushes by itself. People have felt like they've been touched and have heard disembodied crying. So I'm not sure if it's in this room, but apparently one guest of the hotel reported that she awoke in the middle of the night to her distressed young son trembling with fear, saying that he had heard the sobbing voice of a child next to him.
Again with the spooky children.
I know, it's kind of horrifying. I don't like it.
I know. But I mean, again, honestly, up until the crying bit, it sounded like a pretty okay ghost to have. if I were, I think it's quite thoughtful. Someone that turns on the light for you and flushes the toilet. At least it's tidy and clean.
I mean, you wouldn't want it in the middle of the night.
Nothing worse than it goes. Yes, but at least it flushes after itself, Katie. Now that's important.
I don't think the ghost is peeing and then flushing the toilet.
All I'm saying is that I would have preferred to have that ghost as my flatmate than my past flatmates. At least they flushed after themselves.
Yeah, I can confirm Jasmine has told me horror stories of her past flatmates.
Yes, I hope they're not listening. I very much doubt it anyway.
But, and if they are, screw you.
And your little dog too. I'm kidding, I love the dog.
I love the dog.
I'm kidding. Yes, I mean, this again with the ghostly child thing, that might have just been the child listening to his own sobbing because he knew there was something there. I'm the more that I hear about ghostly voices of children, the less I believe those are actually children. I believe it was just a child.
Oh, you don't think it was like a demon or a ghost?
No.
You think it was just a child?
I mean, if you told a kid, by the way, son, this room's haunted, then I would expect he would cry at some point.
I don't think the mother actually just told the son that it's haunted.
Well, then that's a shitty mum, isn't it? I would want to know. I'd be really offended if I listen. If I was in a hotel room and it was haunted and no one told me, I'd be very upset.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I'd want to do some kind of seance.
Yes, you would. But that's probably not for the best.
Yes. We all know I would get killed first if this was a horror. I guess I was going to say if life was a horror film, which in these days generally is, I would get killed first.
Yes. I mean, well, yeah, the wires cracking sidekick.
Yes. And I would just die at some point when there was no more use for me, so that the main characters could get together in the end.
Yeah. I mean, I'd always be useless. So I'd also probably
we would just be crying in the back.
Me? Yeah, no, I would.
No, you would be fine. You'd be somewhere trying to
I spend 85% of my day crying anyway.
Oh, Katie.
Not in a bad way, I'm just super emotional.
See, I was trying to explain this the other day. Just because I cry doesn't mean it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
I cry for any reason. Happy, sad, glad, mad, tired, frustrated,
especially
really
tired.
Happy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you remember that time when you slept over and we were watching Kerrang or something, and then Aerosmith's video for I Don't Want to Miss a Thing came on, and I started sobbing, and you were like, Catty, what's wrong? And I was like, it's a music video for Armageddon, and it's such a and Bruce Willis sacrifices himself for the world. And you were like, I've got no idea what's going on.
I've never seen that film.
Yeah.
So cannot comment on that.
Yeah.
I do remember that. I remember you crying over a music video, and I was like, what is happening? I'll put on MTV instead. Do you remember when MTV was a thing? When music TV in general was a thing? People actually watched music videos.
Vaguely. So now we get to the worst part of the Hawthorne Hotel, which would make me never go. So the absolute worst part of the Hawthorne Hotel is room 612, where guests have reported an uneasy feeling and have seen the apparition of a woman in the mirror, as well as seeing her wandering the halls outside of the room, pausing just outside of the door. In these rooms, there have also been reports of ghostly hands tugging on bed sheets, and guests have had their hair and hands touched as they try to sleep.
Oh,
I know, that was awful. If I saw anything in the mirror or someone just like standing outside the door,
yeah, no,
I would jump out that window. I would yeet myself.
I understand. I would be the exact. I mean, I don't know what it is about apparitions in the mirror specifically.
It's because the mirror's so scary anyway. Like at night time, you try so hard not to look in the mirror because you see it always distorted. And then there's that really horrifying like thing called, is it the Three Kings?
What's that?
It's like it's one of those like legends of like games that you play to summon demons.
Like Bloody Mary.
Yeah,
and stuff
so
like
it's
that.
like you've got to be in a dark room with a mirror and a candle, and it's so I don't like it. No, thank you.
Oh God, I need to look up what's that called? Three Kings.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm scared. I won't make you relive that. That sounds quite traumatizing for you to talk about.
Oh no, I never did it, but I like read some things. Maybe we should do an episode on all of the ways to summon a demon.
That would be fun.
Be transported to another universe. Like,
Demon Possession 101 by Catty and Jazz. I think that would be cool. Yeah, I've always found like stuff like the Bloody Mary game to be especially terrifying. Just because like I don't normally find them that scary. I actually watch them to sleep. But recently I watched Paranormal Activity 3.
Yeah.
And by far the scariest part in that whole thing was when they played Bloody Mary. That was really, really scary.
Well, my introduction to it was actually the Supernatural episode.
Yeah.
In the first season. So I was like 9 or 10, and it scared the crap out of me. And I told everyone in school, and we'd like dare each other to go into the toilets in the middle of class. Like excuse yourself and get
at your nice school.
Get murdered in the toilets. And I actually told Junie, our grandmother, because I was so scared, and she was like, "What a load of bollocks!" and went into the downstairs toilet and started saying it in the mirror, and I was like, "No, Junie, no, please." But
I can imagine her doing that.
But she was fine. Yeah, just to prove a point.
But Junie also told us that she was a witch. So for all we know, she could have just used her witchly ways.
They're probably homies.
The ghost away. Yes, they're probably buds. I would love that. I think that's cool. Imagining our grandmother as like being down with the ghosts is very apt. I think.
Yeah, like she would have taken no shit.
Oh yeah, she'd have
none.
Threatened to beat them up or castrate them or something equally elegant.
Like she was her own poltergeist. If her grandfather pissed her off, she would just smash everything.
A teacup.
Yeah. She would get
his favourite cup
plates and just smash them on the kitchen floor so that he had to buy more.
I love how we are like lovingly looking back with nostalgia about our demonic grandmother smashing plates.
Oh no, she was goals. Like I want to be like her.
I know, same.
Yeah.
Oh, bless you.
Like amazing.
I got a tattoo. I got a little tattoo actually.
Yeah,
Did I show you?
I
Me and my mum got little ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cute little tattoos. Very proud of my mum. She has 2 tattoos now. Very clever. Anywho, was that all about Hawthorne? I keep wanting to call it Hawthorne Heights. But
No, it's the Hawthorne Hotel.
There we go. Damn.
Yeah. And I should say that it was named after Nathaniel Hawthorne, the author of The Scarlet Letter, which I really love. Really good book. Super.
I never read that.
It's very progressive for its time.
Wasn't it about like a slutty lady?
Jasmine. Oh my god.
But is that not the general premise? Is it not the general? I only know because I watched Easy A.
Yeah.
And they're reading that, and then she wears a big A on her shirt or something.
Yeah, it's that she's she has a child out of wedlock.
Oh my.
But then it's like the book is sort of pointing out the hypocrisy and nastiness of the Puritan regime and these people judging her.
I think the name is on the tin. I think anything puritanical is inherently going to be awful.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Okay. I guess that's it. That's it for this week, huh?
But that is it.
That is it.
Thank you so much for listening, and we hope to have you back for next week's episode. If you want to get in touch for any reason, just to say hello or to send us a story of your own true paranormal or spooky experience, please email us at spookygalspodcast@gmail.com, and also make sure to like and follow our Spooky Gals Facebook page, as well as subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can check us out on Twitter at SpookyGalsPod and on Instagram at SpookyGalsPodcast. If you want to support us further, then you can become a patron by going to patreon.com/SpookyGals. And from as little as $2 a month, you gain access to bonus episodes and other awesome content that we have planned for the future. Thank you all so much, and we'll see you next time. Stay spooky. Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Woo.